So it's Monday morning, and Tony and I this weekend got finished up on the frame for the interior roof for the Paragon. So now we have to use a little mechanical force to get the mold out of the plug. So we got a forklift her out. She looks like she's moving. Popping a mold off of a plug is not as easy as popping a part off a mold, because the mold is not yet shiny. It doesn't have our release chemicals on it yet. So we're gonna have to jostle this thing a little bit, give it a little shaky shake, and get her to pop out.
So it took the MDF with it on the bottom. Yeah. But that'll be easy to get off. If maybe we can get this off, that it might start releasing a little bit more. Yeah, because I think the foam is releasing. It's just stuck on. Which is honestly, what if we just release all the foam around it? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, then we can send it down.
The challenge that we run into is finding the right amount of release material to get it to stick during the mold making process, but also make it manageable to be able to pull all these chunks off. So this is totally normal, looks good. So yeah, we'll get all this pulled out, and the fun part with tooling gel coat is just how tough it is. We want it to be tough so it doesn't scratch when we're working on it and cycling a ton of parts out of it, which is really good in the mold to have that much toughness, but the sanding process is brutal. We'll go 320 to 2000, and then we'll do a cut and buff on it, and then we'll do a final polish to get all the swirl marks out, and it's ready for a Class A finish. Yeah, overall super happy with the first layup and infusion. This is really one of the first parts that we tested out with a reduced trim operation. So trim normally takes, you know, a solid 1 to 2 hours per part. What I'm hoping to do though in the future is figure out how we can get this glass cut out of here. So what I would like to do is when this foam goes in, we lay up a 4-inch strip on it. Then this piece, we cut the first glass that goes in here out. That way when this is set in, there's glass on that and we don't have to. Does that make sense?
You're just trying to punch the gel coat out.
Yes.
Wrap the glass, like lay your glass, put the hole there, next layer wraps over, and there's nothing here but gel coat.
Yes. So then this part, like obviously we'll have to trim the front and rear, but we just knocked out like 90% of the trim. Or, you know what, we haven't made this side foam yet. I could just put it in the side foam.
Into that.
Yeah. So if we did that, then we have our full bonding surface. Why don't we just do that? We'll just add 3/8 to this
Don't
foam.
add too much.
Huh?
Just don't add too much so
yes.
it's gonna push the foam
Yes.
in the roofing.
What do you think? 1/4 inch gap?
I don't know how big is that gap?
4/38, 1/2 inch.
Yeah, like 1/4.
Okay. That way we have room to come this way with it as well.
And a 1/4 inch is a lot easier to fill than.
Yes. And if we really needed to, we could wet lay some more layers of glass on this to tighten that up. In production, we'll have it dialed, but for this one, if we need to throw some extra strips on there, we will.
Good.
We're going to be scanning the driver's side plug to check accuracy back to the CAD file. So this is going to tell us what's high, what's low, so we can adjust the plug before we start doing body work to get us really, really close. Our goal is plus or minus 70 thou, which is about a 1/16. And over a part this big, that's incredible. We have to have extreme precision, and there's just no way to check this with the tape measure. You pretty much need a high-grade 3D scanner to get close. And this whole time, I'm just looking back at the computer screen, just making sure everything's still green and it's reading everything. These big pockets are definitely more challenging to get all the way down in there. She's picked it up pretty nicely. So next step now is save it, and then we'll take it into engineering and do post-processing on it. So the first thing it does is it imports the scan data. So what this is telling me is that the blue is low, red's high. We're gonna have to go back and look. These are all the parts right here in green that are gonna be interfacing with other parts, and that all looks really good. The only parts that are slightly concerning is right here and this section up front here. But overall, for our first scan, we're getting pretty close. I'll put some reference points in here for the guys on the shop floor so they can see what I'm seeing and start making some adjustments. But all this interfacing geometry here is within a millimeter, which is very, very accurate.
We just went through that first scan and kind of got a rough idea of where we needed to make some adjustments. So took some screws out, did a little bit of adjusting on the substructure, got it to where we think we're a little happier with it. So now it's just going to be a second scan to verify that those changes that we made were what we wanted.
Yeah, after Tony made those adjustments, the scan came out good and we're happy with it, so we're moving forward.